All right, everyone. So essentially, this is a video and a walkthrough of how Vecflow, my agency, solves revenue and profit loss with agency owners, coaches, and hospitality groups through AI agents. So essentially, I've got a PDF here, as you can see, as well as two different workflows. Now, the reason being there are two different workflows. They do differ quite a bit, but essentially end up with a similar outcome. So obviously, these are each tailored for a very specific audience. Agency owners or coaches are quite similar, as in it kind of deals with lead qualification and booking appointments. With hospitality groups, it is a bit more. There's a lot more variables that go into it. So if you focus on agency owners and coaches, which is our first workflow, the workflow focuses on lead qualification and appointment scheduling. So essentially, AI starts off by qualifying the lead using predefined rules. So as you can see here, the lead enters our system, right? And AI decision making to qualify the lead based on predefined criteria. So this could be through forms, or it could be a general conversation that essentially we have prompted our agent to ask based on that agency or coach or whatever predefined criteria that agency owner or coach needs to be asked to the caller or the lead. So if the lead is qualified, right, we store this data for future analysis and requalification attempts. Well, this is if it's not qualified. And then if it is, obviously a form is submitted to the agency owner where they can get all the lead details and go forth on onboarding them to the agency. So these qualified leads are obviously submitted by forms, and all these bookings are scheduled automatically based on the user's availability. So all the agency owner or the coach has to do is just update, for example, their Calendly, where the AI agent will access their time slots of availability. And then confirmation emails and follow-up automations are sent. As you can see here, calendar bookings, right? Scheduled appointment based on leads availability. And this is a 24/7 process, so it constantly checks 24/7, even while you're sleeping. And then, yes, sends a confirmation either by email or phone number by SMS, depending on one, the regulations, and two, the agency owner or coach's preference. And then just a little added bonus, we have follow-up automated reminders and notifications sent periodically. Now this could be following up to attend a meeting or an onboarding call, or even a session or anything like that. So what does this do exactly, right? This solves wasted time and unqualified leads, right? So I'm sure a lot of your agency owners and coaches have had, just tire kickers, people that are just that are curious, but are not actually interested in pursuing your offer. So this completely minuses that from the equation. Like I said in the beginning, a bunch of lead qualification questions are asked so that those right people come into your agency or business, and it all is handled for you without you needing to interact with it. As well as, as well as delays in follow-ups and missed calls, missed opportunities. As we all have busy lives, we don't want to be working 24/7, 16-hour days. So sometimes, we don't have time to follow up on certain leads, deals, etc. But this does it all for you. And then you don't have to do any more manual calendar coordination. Like I said, it's 24/7. It would automatically book that in for you based on your availability and the lead's availability. So the second one we have here is hospitality groups. So this is more of a bit of a passion project for me, but something I'm really passionate about. I was in the hospitality industry as well for a good number of years. So same concept, but more variables, right? So this workflow handles incoming customer booking calls for reservations. And essentially, customer call is initiated by is initiated and purpose is identified. That's the first step, right? So customer initiates the call, right? Greets the customer and identifies the purpose of the call. Now, this could be, for example, this restaurant has an event. This AI agent will be able to go, are you calling about a reservation for tomorrow, or are you calling about our event today? Or, could maybe start off with clarifying okay, would you like to make a reservation and for what date? As you can see, it goes through a qualifying kind of step. It identifies if this is a booking request, and if not, we'll redirect the call to appropriate staff. That will depend on who will be allocated that within the business. It could be your manager, it could be a hostess, it could be anybody that is suitable to handle with customer queries. Right? And then if it's a booking request, they will request, date, time, party size, special request, allergens, etc., general criteria needed for a reservation. And then the same concept as in it constantly updates itself with the calendar. It does the same with POS system within a restaurant. So it will be constantly updated with what tables are available and for how long, and updated with the correct date and time, and books accordingly, right? And then we go through here. Is the request slot available? No. Propose an alternative option. It will have essentially a layout of the entire restaurant and what is available. So it will be able to allocate the same. Maybe if a restaurant had it inside or outside, it will be able to suggest on the caller's preference. If the customer agrees to the alternative, no, it will repurpose the call to the manager or the hostess. If yes, we confirm the reservation with the customer. Right, so this is where we start collecting data. More data, enter booking details to the reservation system. So essentially also here, they will ask for obviously their name, last name, their phone number and their email, because it will be able to send like 50 minutes before the reservation, hey, remember you have a reservation at so-and-so. So yeah. And then after that, it will inform the customer of a successful reservation and thank them. Now, this can be done through various ways. Either it could be done through an email, it could be done through an SMS, or it could be done on call. Depending on the traffic of the actual restaurant or cafe or hospitality group, there will be a certain tailored option for this. But most of the time it will be done on the call. And then it completes the call, right? So essentially, to run through that again, reservation is either confirmed or an alternative is proposed. And then the AI agent finalizes the logs, booking, and then informs the customer. And this is all done in real time. So whatever hostesses are there or manager on duty is able to see this in real time. So what does the hospitality group's reservation system solve? Number one, missed reservations from overwhelmed staff. This could also be missed reservations from closing hours. Sometimes when a restaurant is closed, there might not be a hostess at the phone. This is able to pick up that phone 24/7, as well as when peak hours and the staff are overwhelmed. And it also solves inconsistent customer service. So the hostesses and the people managing, the staff managing the guests have more time and more hands-free to assist the customers in service, making sure they provide a very well-rounded guest experience. And then double bookings and errors in reservation details are to a very small minimum, for two reasons. One being the AI reservations agent does actually confirm with the guest. So if I said, yes, my name is Tony, at the end I'll be like, okay, cool. I've given all the details. Okay, reservation for Tony. This is your name, this is your number, this is your email for how many packs, and then the special requests and all that jazz. So it does repeat back. I think in the end, what this does is you are getting a agent that never gets tired, that is always consistent and provides the same tonality throughout the call. And this tonality can also be customized based on a hospitalities group, or let's just say a business in general, their vibe and what they are trying to come across as in that industry. Say, for example, you get fine dining, you probably don't want to get you're probably not going to want a casual, laid-back person or vibe on the phone. Or say, for example, you're probably not going to want an uptight person for a personal coach, right? So it's very tailorable to whatever personality a company, or let's just say agency, coaches, or hospitality group desires. And yeah, in result, this solves a bunch of issues of, so in the end, from all the challenges the AI agent actually solves in terms of unqualified leads, delays, manual work, overwhelmed staff, delivery on the service, and maybe double bookings or errors, all this, all these issues that the agent actually solves, it leads up to, 20 to 30% in increase in revenue and profits due to more efficiency and less mistakes. So guys, I do hope you did find that valuable. So if you are on Whop and selling something that requires conversions, calls, or demos, then this kind of, automation is a no-brainer. So we've already built Vecflow to do this out the box. The system you are seeing could literally you could literally plug it in, within a few hours and start kind of taking calls and booking appointments on autopilot while you sleep. And if this makes sense to you, you want to try it out and just kind of see how it could work with your business. We've got a free setup call you can book. I'll drop the link wherever you're watching this. So I do hope this gave you some clarity. And if you're on Whop, let's scale. That's cheers.